All right, so here we are talking about, and like I'm saying, I'm going to give you like the playbook here in terms of, like, one of the first things I said was emphasizing what order to do things in your practice to, our goal is to break things into small enough sections where you're able to actually put it into your long-term memory. For instance, these first two notes we're learning here, B and B at the 7th fret.
Mm-hmm.
Go nuts thinking about that for a while. And now we're adding C and F. So B, this is the thing that's on the back of that page. So now before you add the 10th fret notes, give yourself a 4-city geography quiz. This is the country of guitar, and you've just learned that this is the city of B, the city of E, C, and F. And then during the lesson I was like, where's F, where's B, where's C? And we noticed that you were like prone to confusing B and C, it seemed like, because probably at some point your brain thought about C in terms of you were going to go, here's B, here's C, your whole life or whatever.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so stop and learn those 4 notes. Great. So having done so, now we're adding the 10th fret notes there, D and G, and these are all naturals. So now just give yourself that same geography test, but add D and G, So now you're going, where's E, where's G? We're just picking them at random, as opposed to just being able to go B and E, C and F, D and G, and we'll have to go B and E, C and F to think about that this is D. So cool. There we are. Simple. I'm assigning names to these dots. Any inclination that this is challenging whatsoever should be gone. It's no different than learning the names of the 6 open strings when you first got the guitar, or walking into a room and meeting 6 people, or memorizing the name of 6 cities in a country or whatever. So there's good news. And 2 minutes in here, worth noting. Looks like you already have a solid grasp for the concept that this is an A, this is an A chord, this is an A minor chord, or let me not use A because we're going to talk about A shapes. This is G, this is G, this is G minor, and I'm playing, the shapes of E chords and the roots on the 6th string. So the other type of common bar chords are root note on the A string, A-shaped chords, and you know this in certain contexts, but now we're gonna know it all the time. So A, and when we're playing A, we're theoretically trying to avoid this is A, that's the root note on the 5th string. So yeah, and here's a B, and so there's our B chord, and we thought this is B. There we go. That's B as well. But so yeah, and we talked about how we're gonna be psyched if we're getting that, And I'll remind you the trick at this point of doing the 4 fingers over 4 frets. That'll get your hand naturally in the position you need to be to play a bar chord like this. It's kind of like our natural inclination to wrestle with wanting to have our elbow. And also something I noticed and made a point not to talk about during the lesson is that you always have your elbow pinned against your body, and that's what's making it feel like it's all off to the side over here. So theoretically, your elbow should be more out to the side. We think about, and when you're playing something like this versus like that, which is a function, it's like a lot of people do this, and I can't believe more people don't point it out. But so that's what's up. So we really associate guitar with like being in chairs without arms, but you can use a desk chair as like training wheels to be in this shape if you want to. So there you go. Think about moving your arm at the shoulder away from your body in some contexts, which is going to take away this part, it feeling like it's all over there, and hard to reach. Like the thing that makes it feel like you can't get the 2nd string there is all because of this off to the sidedness. So then that's going to be really like uncomfortable. So just struggle with that. But cool. So then I don't know. So just any exploration of the fretboard at this point is what you want to do, combining what we So just stop and the stuff that's actually on the page is like here's A minor and here's B minor. It's the same shape. That's B. Here's A major and here's A major and it's the same shape.
Right.
Here's D. Here's D flat. Here's D flat major. Here's D flat minor. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So
see, when you go with the B, I totally get that because I know the B minor chord. But when you switch to the D minor, I went,
Cool. So let's just recognize that that's an emotional response, like fight-flight, exactly fight-flight. And it's the same exact shapes. It's the same exact concept.
So you just get your D on the...
This is C.
This
is D.
D.
This is D flat. So I'm just
D flat.
major.
Yeah.
Minor.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally. It's just like there's one more term in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be D minor, D flat. So it's
See, something that I'll probably do is take these and I'll go through every note. I'll probably go, starting with like A, B, C for the chord names. Just doing that.
Like I'm saying, start with
start with the geography,
and then you could give yourself a quiz that would go like play G minor, like your worksheet, with a root note on the 5th string, and the answer will be, okay, here's G. I can do that now.
Okay.
Just pick up on, just explore it in general, and maybe find a chord progression that's a bunch of bar chords if you know of such a song. And go through it and be like, oh, I see what I was playing. From the perspective of just thinking about these 4 shapes, and then the 7ths and 7ths, which is the only other thing that was on the page, which is thinking about A7 chords and how A minor looks, or this one. So cool. And this is there's no and here's the next part. That's the entire conversation.
Okay.
So this is the part where you learned how to play every chord everywhere. One thing that comes to mind is like if you know Day Tripper.
I don't, but I'd like to.
It's easy and you can teach it to yourself, and then it's like the rest is bar chords, and it has a few of the different shapes. And also the chorus to While My Guitar Gently Weeps is like A major, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, B minor, and A. Then there's this stuff. So that's like one where if you look it up, you can go through. It's so cool. And just there we are. That's the entirety. So give yourself a quiz and go back and look at songs that you already play and recognize.
Yes, yes.